Wow. Hey guys, Logdotzip here, and welcome back to part 2 of the TouHou Items mod. Uh, by the way, I guess it's TouHou. I guess I was corrected on my pronunciation, so thank you for that, whoever told me the correct way to say it. I'm going to keep calling it TouHou, just because I like it that way. Anyways, this is a continuation from part 1 from yesterday's mod review, and if you haven't seen that part, I would recommend you watch that before you watch this. I mean, there's no necessary order to it, but yesterday was part 1, and this is part 2, so I'll leave a place you can click somewhere. Anyways, it was also brought to my attention by the user ElasticCat that a better way of showing what the Stick of Regret does from episode 1 was to use a mob such as the Iron Golem, because he has a lot of hit points. So what we're going to do is let's check out what hit points he's got right now. So he's got 50 hit points. Now remember, the Stick of Regret takes percentage, 3/4 of their current health. So when I hit this guy, now let's see what his health's at. So it took 37.5. Anyways, on we go. Now we can get into some of the consumable items, and these ones are actually really cool and not ridiculously OP. Well, I shouldn't say that. Alright, so first we've got the Life Infinity Spring, and let me go ahead and get some food taken out so I can show you some of these items. Alright, well, I kind of went overkill in terms of hunger, but now I can show you what the Life Spring Infinity does. It's actually an infinite food item, and when you eat from it, it gives you full food back, and apparently gives you regeneration 3 as well, which, yikes, that is a little too much, but in order to use it actually requires experience. I appear to not be using up too much experience because I'm at such a high experience level, but it uses up 10 experience in order to use this effect. Now we can cover the Heavenly Peach, and what this does is very specific locations to find it. You can only find it above cloud level. It only grows above cloud level, and in addition, you need the Hiso sword, this one right here. You need the flaming sword on you in order to find this fruit, and since it can only be found above cloud level and you need the sword, kind of difficult to get to. But what it does is when you eat it, it gives you resistance effect, which decreases substantially the amount of damage mobs do to you. Now this is the Ibuki Gourd, and this is also the other item in addition to the fan I showed you that was recently added to the most recent iteration of this mod. When you drink it, it gives you strength boost as well as a nausea boost, so it kind of makes it hard to attack some mobs, but if you're able to get a hit on them without getting too sick, oh wow, they're messing me up. You can do some pretty good damage with just punching. Oh, they're fighting. They're all fighting. Alright, break it up, guys. I'm trying to do a mod review here. Next up, we've got some status items that give you buffs, or they give you buffs. Now, the first one here is the Magician Roll of Sutras, and you're going to need some redstone to go along with it in order to get this effect. So let me show you what it does. You hold and right click and it slowly undoes a scroll in front of you. It's got actually a really neat looking effect on it. And when the scroll is completely red, when you let go of it, you get all these different buffs, and it expends a single redstone, but you get speed, strength, jump boost, and resistance. So pretty useful actually. Now the closed third eye, what it does is when you use it, it gives you invisibility, brief invisibility, and I believe for as long as you hold it, you have to, if you hold it down, yeah, see, they're firing at each other still. They can't see me. But when you hold this, you get invisibility. Now, I guess the downside is you can see the third eye itself. So not too good against players, but I don't know how many of you will be using this in multiplayer worlds anyways. Now, this other item here, the Wind Shrine Maiden'stick, use at your own caution. Every time I've attempted to use it in full, it actually crashes my game. Right as it finishes making the star, it starts to crash my game. I don't know what it actually does. It's according to the thread I'm reading, it says that the effect isn't still functional, but if it were to work, it depends on what level you have. If you're level 20, it gives you all the positive effects of different potions. At 25, something good will fall from the sky to the user. At level 30, it's supposed to suck up and shoot a bullet that hits the biological fitness, whatever that means. At 35, it shoots a bullet that spits into the sea. and at 40 it's supposed to make a strong wing that surrounds the user, and then it will fly forward and strike any mobs in front of you. But again, not working for me. Wish it was. Sounds really neat. So again, use this at your own caution. Now next we've got our miscellaneous utilities, and some of these contain my favorite things. We're actually going to cover my favorite one last of these. The first one is the Nostrum Pendulum, and according to the thread it says that it's for dousing materials. And I guess you're supposed to put it in when it's in your little utility belt down there. You're supposed to put it next to other items. I have not figured out what this does. If someone uses this mod and knows what it does, feel free to tell me, because the description is not too informative, and no matter what I do with the item, it doesn't seem to affect anything else around it. The next two items we've got are the Ship Ghost's Dipper, and these, as far as I'm aware, it's pretty similar to just having a bucket. Now, when you right-click, it fills it up. And then you get this. Let me I'll get rid of one of these actually, and you can and I'll show you what I mean. So oh right. So what you can shift and hold to change the mode it's in. So in one mode, it can collect water, and it will just continuously grab water. And in the other mode, when you hold down sneak, it changes to be filled with water, and you can make as many water blocks as you so please. It appears to have degrading use, so keep that in mind when you're spam clicking like I am. Now we can get along to one of my favorite items in this mod, and you'll see why in a moment here. Actually, let me we'll go on creative mode in a second here so I can add some more mobs. This is the Sequoias pocket watch, and you will see in just a moment what it does. I am highly impressed by this. I'm not even sure how he did it. I mean, I'm sure it's easy. I just don't know jack about. You know what I mean? Oh, they're gonna blow up. They're gonna blow up the damn area they're all in. So let me just use this real quick before all hell breaks loose over there. We'll go back into survival mode. This, when you right-click it, actually stops time. See, it's floating around me. None of these mobs are moving, but as you can see by my health, it drains the health of all these mobs insanely. Now, I guess using knives on these guys doesn't actually do anything, but you can go ahead and damage mobs. Well, what the heck? Oh no, that's why. It stops all the knives in midair too. We'll fill up my health real quick. Yeah, when you throw knives, it actually stays as well. Well, it appeared to have. Kind of glitchy, but yeah, as you can see, when time resumes, let's just set a bunch of them to get just ready. Alright, I'm gonna have fun with this. Yeah, the only downside is the extreme health food it drains when you're using the watch. Dang, that's hilarious. But it could definitely come in handy for any sticky. Oh, I knew it would happen. I knew it would happen. Moving swiftly on, we get to our transport and movement tools. Now, some of these are actually really neat, and again, we're getting into the OP threshold. Kind of overpowered, but who cares? We're having fun. So this is a Tsukima, and what this does is it's basically like a rift, a tear in the space around you, and when you place two or more, let's get back into survival mode and get rid of one of those so I can show you what it does. So you place it, and then to unplace it, you just hold down your sneak key, kind of a key element here with the sneak, and you right click it again to get rid of it. Now what this does is when you place two or more, it actually transports you to the other one. And if you've got more than two, it will transport you to whatever one is the nearest. So now we can get to the Chisel of Penetration. Ooh. Now this one is actually really cool. What this does is when you right click on a wall, it will teleport you, if it's able to the other side of the wall. And I think that's really awesome. Now one of its limitations is the ground has to be level with whatever the other side of the wall is. So for example, if I were to try and get through here, it's not going to let me because on the other side completely there's no level ground. Now you can also use this, and this is another thing I was quite impressed by. You can use it on ceilings, and it will take you right up. You can go right back down as well. So this is the one I was talking about, a little OP, but nevertheless, it's a really cool effect that you can make advantage of. Anyways, when we get back, we can actually show you some of the wearables that this mod introduces. And the first one we're going to cover is the Salamander Shield. Now what the Salamander Shield does is it gives you fire resistance. So let's place some fire down, and we can see if that does it right that time. So we get a nice little ring of fire. The ring of fire. Oh, there's our ceiling over there. Dang it. Stupid non-creative mode. So when we hold this, if it does what it's supposed to, I should be able to go through it. Well, maybe not. But when you hold down Shift and right click, it will extinguish fire. Maybe you have to wear it. Yeah, that's what it is. I'm just stupid. So when you're on fire, you can do that, or you can choose to not wear it and then hold down your right click and it will extinguish, as you saw. Now the Kappa Cap is something you wear on your head, and this is quite interesting. It actually slows down your walking speed when you're on ground, but when you're in water you actually move much faster. Let's get to we'll get to a spot that has some flat water so I can look at these. They're everywhere. I forgot about them. So yeah, you can see how fast you move in water now. Now this actually has a really cool side effect of it. It's got duration, as you can see, but one way to increase duration is to actually have it rain. So as you can see, it slowly drains when you use it on land. You can slowly see it going down. Now the cool effect it has is when you're in water is when it actually starts regaining its durability. And as if that wasn't cool enough, we'll wait for durability to go back down a little bit. If it's raining, check it out. It's going to start raining soon here. It again starts going back up and healing itself. So any kind of water you're in, whether it's in water itself or just in rain, this baby will actually increase the durability. Now the TouHou Items mod adds a single tool to Minecraft, and it is called the Buddhist Diamond. But it's actually quite versatile. What it is it's basically a single-use tool that is the equivalent of a stone tool for any, like it's a pickaxe, it's a shovel, it's a hoe. I believe it's a hoe. Now it appears it's not a hoe. Well, this is good because you don't want your tool sleeping around. But yeah, it acts as a shovel, a pickaxe, and an axe, and it's got unlimited uses, so you'll be able to use that and not have to worry about it eventually running out of durability. So I think that's pretty good. It's pretty resource intensive, and it saves inventory space. Awesome. Now we can start covering the various bullet types, and where is it at? So many chests. So these are all the various bullets that exist within this mod. And you should be able to see the crafting recipe for each one showing up over here. Now what's interesting about these bullets is you can fire them without having anything to fire them with. Like, they kind of act as their own, I don't know, device, I want to say. And I believe they all have the same kind of effect in terms of doing damage to mods. Some are shape and some fire off in different ways, but beyond all that, they appear to have pretty much the same effect. So we'll shoot off a couple of these and see what each one does. So this is the circle shot, does damage. Big shot, I'm assuming it can hit multiple mobs, either that or it just does a lot of damage. Small shots, yeah, it's all the same stuff really. Shot material is not a bullet itself you can fire, it's actually what you use to make the rest of these shots. So light shot, not sure what it does. I believe most of these are actually used in the scrolls, which I will be covering in a moment here, but you can just right click them and use them like that. For our final coverage, we get to spell cards. Now this is almost straight out of card captors. And they actually had quite a few really neat effects. The first one is the Fantasy Seal, and when you right click it on a mob, it shoots several large orbs, and it will just, like I said, it will just destroy mobs, anything in its path. Let's get back here so that they don't not being quite as obnoxious. Now this one is the Love Sign Master Spark card, and when you right click on a mob here, it shoots a large rainbow heat laser, and the laser does 10 damage. Oh, so it's similar to the other one we saw, except it appears to not do any block damage. Really cool visual effects, actually. Now this is the Deadly Butterfly Everlasting Nap card, and when you right click this one, it shoots a circle of butterflies around you, which I assume act as protection, similar to the butterfly shooter we saw earlier. So wow, That killed almost all of them. Nice job. This one is the Starshine Mediatonic Shower. Now, when you right-click a mob for this one, it just shoots a bunch of orbs. So a lot of them have pretty similar effects. Just the visuals appear to change, and you get nice little texts down there. Dang, look at all this experience. Eat it up. Oh my god. Now this one is the Boundary Sign, Boundary Between Wave and Particle spell card. That is a mouthful. And you right click on a mob for this one, it gives you just a bunch of alternating bullets that fire depending on where you stand. And oh my gosh, it was beautiful. Now this is the Sinister Spirit Double Black Death Butterfly. And this one is similar to the other butterfly one. When you right click on a mob, it sends a bunch of butterflies around you. And they slowly spin around and continue to do damage every time they hit a mob. And it appears to last for a decent amount of time. Now this is the Scarlet Sign, Scarlet Shoot. And when you right click on a mob on this one, it puts 5 large bullets in front of you 2 times, and it shoots straight forward. Let me see, yep. Yeah, so it shoots 3 in front of you twice, and then it shoots 1 stream right in front of you. So pretty cool. Now remember, these are all require a bunch of bullets, so they do seem a little cheap on the resource end, but kind of seems like a quite a process to make, and they are only 1 use. Now this last one is the Sky of Scarlet Perception of All Humankind. Wow, these are probably like 2 syllables long in Japanese. So when you right click on this one, you actually need the Hiso sword on you in order to use the spell. So let's grab that real quick. Now what it does is it shoots energy bullets at the mob, and this one costs experience as well. So let's see what it does. Maybe I have to could that possibly be it? I think that's what it is. You need the Hiso sword as well, and it shoots off all those. And oh my god, it looks like it flamethrowed all of them. Ah, wow. So that was a huge coverage of this mod. Quite a lot to discover. Extremely well made. Few things overpowered, but I'm sure it's because it's trying to just emulate other aspects of the TouHou game that it's paying respect to in the first place. So a big ups to Kuroanko here for making this mod and all of its nice features, and definitely something to toy with. I would recommend this mod. You do need Forge for the mod, so keep that in mind. It appears you can also use Modloader for it, so if that's to your preference, go for it. Anyways, guys, that was this mod review. I spent a lot of time covering all this, so I would appreciate it if you all left a rating, and if you're new to the channel, I would encourage you to subscribe. I make Minecraft videos often, and I would love for you to join me along the way with them. So all that being said, I'm Logdotzip, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Wait. I want to end like this. Goodbye. Alright, see ya.